Yes. So now we are continuing with sound finance. Listen, girls. Means sound finance is based on sales law of market. Sound finance is based on sales law of market. JB Sekha sales law of market you have studied in semester 3. According to sales law of market, supply creates its own demand. Somewhere, madam, we have heard it. You have heard it in SEM 3 module number 1. Okay. So according to the sales law of market, supply creates its own demand. Those who are not remembering, you take down that. Sales law of market says that. Dash, MCQ mein aayega. Supply creates its own demand. Market mechanism is the ruling word. According to the sales law of market, what will rule the market or what will rule the world? That is, it is market mechanism. Boys, that I told you, market mechanism means put an arrow and write. Demand and supply will rule the market. Market mechanism means demand and supply rule the market. Demand and supply rule the market. Next sentence में दिया है देखो. Demand automatically equates supply. Demand will be automatically equating supply. That means demand is equal to supply. Supply is equivalent to demand. I am requesting boys and girls to take down the points because it's a very big mockery, or you can say that something very peculiar stage you are undergoing in your life. Because 2 years you were attending the online lecture, you lost the habit of writing long answers. You are totally in a different, world as such. But you have to come back to the real world, because I told employment as such is going to be a very big challenging issue for you. Please remember that. So we are repeating, sound finance is based on sales law of market. Point number 1. According to sales law of market, supply creates its own demand. Point number 2. That means whatever is produced is demanded. So total supply is equivalent to total demand. Then they say that sales law believed in full employment. This also you are aware. Sales law of market was believing in full employment. What is full employment? Aggregate supply is equivalent to aggregate demand. Aggregate supply, ADS is equivalent to ADF. It is not ADS. ADF. Aggregate demand is equivalent to aggregate supply. ADF is equivalent to ASF. Keynesian theory, more time आपने देखा था. Aggregate demand is equivalent to aggregate supply. लिखा होगा that girls, I will check your notes. I am little doubtful. Early morning, because the height of audacity is that the teachers went and got hold of the students and they took their I-card. Out of the 25 I-card which has been collected, more than 20 belongs to SY. And out of the 20 I-cards, almost 18 were belonging to the girls' I-card. Neither they were in any of this program. They were simply sitting there talking and watching and enjoying. That is also girls from SY. Then they have skipped the regular lectures and they were sitting there. And I have not given the I-card. Let their parents come. Because let their mother and father knows that what they are doing. With great difficulty you are coming to college after 2 years. And that also simply sitting in a group where there is no need of yours. आप हो या नहीं हो, जिसको डांस करने का तो वो करेगा, जिसको फैशन शो में जाने का तो वो भी करेगा. आपका उधर क्या रोल है मेरे को समझ में नहीं आता है. वो भी लेक्चर छोड़कर इसलिए अभी बंद किया है. We are not allowing any practice only after the lecture time. Okay, so full employment means aggregate demand is equivalent to aggregate supply. Next point is the most crucial point. Sound finance is believed, or sound finance is based on invisible hand. Take down. Sound finance is based on invisible hand. Sound finance is based on, you can write the concept of invisible hand. Spelling to other way. the concept of invisible hand. What is invisible hand? That's what I'm going to explain. 2-3 questions will come there. Sound finance is based on dash. So from the MCQ, you can choose it is based on MCQ. There is no invisible hand. Invisible hand is introduced by whom? Adam Smith. Take down. The concept of invisible hand is introduced by dash. It was introduced by Adam Smith. You are aware Adam Smith is known as father of economics, who has written Wealth of Nations, one of the most famous book. What is invisible hand? I will explain. Sound finance believe that, okay, private owners, underline that, of factors of production will always bring maximum level of efficiency as they are driven by self-interest and profit motive. Okay, take down that point over there. Invisible hand believed in, Ligo. Invisible hand believed in. 1, 2, 3, Ligo. 1. Private ownership of factors of production. Private ownership of factors of production. Invisible hand believed in private ownership of factors of production. Here I am repeating, private ownership of factors of production. Second point, self-interest. Self-interest. Third one, profit motive. Self-interest, third one, profit motive. Now you are listening. This invisible hand is a very interesting concept in economics. Many of the places you will be studying or you will be hearing about the invisible hand. In simple logic, invisible hand is nothing but laissez-faire system. Yesterday I told you, maximum freedom will be given to individual. Role of government will be minimum. That is laissez-faire system. So invisible hand, Adam Smith believed that maximum freedom should be given to the individuals. That is the argument given by Adam Smith. What is the reason? Every individual is controlled by self-interest and profit motive. So, आप individual को freedom देने पर वो best ही करेगा. Why? All are motivated by self-interest. I told you, I am coming in the early morning, sitting here and teaching you because there is a self-interest for me. I am getting the salary. I know that first of every month I will get the salary. That is my self-interest. I am not coming here for charity. Salary nahi milega, roz aakar padhao. Naturally, my approach will be different. Similarly, you as a student, you got self-interest. You are coming here because you want to become a graduate. Or you want to study after the graduation. You want a good job. So you are having the self-interest. Okay, every individual you take, all are having the self-interest. Mother early morning gets up, prepares tea and breakfast for you. She is also having the self-interest. What is the self-interest of mother? Let my children get good job. So once they start earning, they will take care of me. That is the self-interest of the mother. Then father, every individual in the world, according to Adam Smith, there is a self-interest. And he believes that self-interest is the best interest. Remember, जब तक हमारा self-interest है, that is always the best one. That is the reason we told you that foreign countries always believe in this policy. Laissez-faire system where self-interest is the best interest. Okay, but I told you India, we are not following it. As per the self-interest, what is that? Whoever wants to sit or whoever wants to watch that practice of fashion show or dance practice, let them go and watch. That is because it is their interest. But then why we are interfering? Their interest is creating disturbance to others. If you sit there and watch, nobody bothers. It is your own freedom. But when you sit there and shout, it is creating problem to others. So naturally, you will be caught. Otherwise, every individual is given the freedom. And I told you, profit motive is the ultimate motive of a businessman. Businessman ka smile बिजनेसमैन का बात करना सब कुछ, it is based on profit motive. He is not interested in anything other than profit. And Adam Smith says that market mechanism is the invisible hand. Invisible मतलब आपको देख नहीं सकेगा. That is the meaning of the term invisible. You cannot see. So Adam Smith says that market mechanism is an invisible hand. वो अपने आप demand and supply को control करेगा, and individual will be the best masters. No need of anybody to control anybody. I told you that the best system where Americans believe. When the children are 12, 13 year old, parents, they will not be allowing the children to study at parents' cost. America means undergraduation, you take your BCom, BBA, whatever they are calling. It is costing 40 lakhs, 50 lakhs, 80 lakhs. Undergraduation is very, very expensive in US. The very few children go for undergraduation. Why it is very expensive? All the universities are private universities. State universities are very less. ऐसा नहीं है, there is no state university. State university है, उधर भी 40 लाख होगा. Private university होने पर 80 लाख होगा. Then you will wonder, इतना पैसा madam, yes, parents will not give. You will have to work and you will have to pay your fees. Then automatically, once you realize that मेरे को इतने fees देना पड़ेगा, you will be all the more careful. India में children are careless because you know that घर में जाकर रोने पर बात करने पर पैसा मिल जाएगा. So you are taking the things lightly. America में, or you take the case of England, parents will not help the children beyond a particular age. Because self-interest is the best interest. चाहिए पर पढ़ो, otherwise मत पढ़ो. I told you, I will wash the car of my father and my father will pay me because I am doing the work. I will help my mother in cooking, my mother will pay me. That's because I told you their system is like that. And whatever money is there, they will be dividing it among the children. But the only thing they want to see that children become self-responsible. And I told you, that is the reason America is producing always the best entrepreneurs in the world. Because childhood se wo logon ko malum hai. College mein you can see that all the students, Indian students or American students or when they go for higher studies, where they will be working. For example, today, means I will teach you, I don't want to give the notes. So I will ask Mithali, you give the notes on behalf of me. You make the notes, show me that, then you give the notes to others. Similarly, there are some FC assignment. I will call 2-3 students and I will divide the work. You check and I will give the guidelines. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको जैसा चाहिए ऐसा करने का. Guidelines देगा, accordingly you will check and you will put the mark in computers and you will send it to me. As well as the students can also see the marks. So that if any student is having any objection, he can come and represent. For this, you will be given the money. Then that students are known as, this assistant tutors. And tutor को कैसा choose करेगा? There will be application देने का है, interview होगा. Then the tutor will be selected because you will be helping the teachers. For that 1 hour के लिए, you will be given $8. That is the minimum wage level in US. 1 hour के लिए $8 means कितना होगा? $1 is now costing 75 rupees. Abhi. Okay, let us take 80 rupees calculation के लिए. So you will be getting around 640 rupees per hour. अब फिर आपके लिए maximum limit है, you can work 3 hours. For example, you cannot work 10 hours. There is a limit. A tutor can work only maximum इतना घंटा. So 3 घंटा काम करता है समझो. You are getting around 2000 rupees per day. अब देखो 640 or 700 multiplied by 3 hours. So almost 2000 rupees you are getting per day. Like that you will work for say 20 days. So आपके लिए 60,000 rupees मिलेगा. With that 60,000 rupees you will be paying your fees. Then some other students, they will be going and helping in the canteen. They will be cutting the salads, they will be cutting the vegetables. Somebody will be serving in the canteen. Everybody will be paid $8 per hour. And if you are working, if your professor is quite happy with you, professor can pay you more also. So this is how the American system works. Because of this, what happens, student who goes to the college, they will not be sitting idle and wasting the time. The moment the lecture is over, the student will be engaged in some work because they know that they are paid. And so when similarly, so this is the meaning of the self-interest. मैं टीचर को मदद करेगा because मेरे को पेमेंट मिलेगा और मैं टीचर के साथ अच्छा रिलेशन मेंटेन करेगा, then only the teacher will select me. Teacher is also selfish because मेरा काम हो जाता है. So this is the self-interest. So invisible hand का meaning क्या है children? Invisible hand मतलब आपको देख नहीं सकता है. So who is controlling the market according to Adam Smith? It is market mechanism. Market mechanism is nothing but demand and supply. So what are the 3 points of invisible hand? Somebody is asking you what is invisible hand. क्या answer देगा? Yes, invisible hand means market mechanism, that is demand and supply, or the private owners are the best, people in the world. There is a beautiful sentence. I don't know if you heard about it. The magic of private property turns sand into gold. Madam, आधा भी समझ में नहीं आया. Magic of private property. It's a very beautiful sentence in the world. Magic of private property turns sand into gold. Madam, क्या लिखा है करके? What is the meaning? मैंने सब कुछ किया. Magic of private property turns sand into gold. कैसा? That is invisible hand. Sand का meaning क्या है? मिट्टी. मिट्टी को क्या करेगा? सोना बनाएगा. Who? May, for example, if I give you ownership and telling you that this class is belonging to a particular student, वो student का नाम पर एक class लिख कर देता है. So एक class, that student ऐसा काम करेगा, एक class को gold बन जाएगा. Why? It is mine. मेरा वो जाने पर मैं क्या करेगा? इस एक क्लास को कैसा मैक्सिमम यूज करेगा, मैं कैसा ट्यूशन इधर चलाएगा, नहीं तो मैं डांस प्रैक्टिस के लिए देगा, नहीं तो योगा के लिए देगा, मैं तो एक क्लास का कुछ भी करेगा, मैं मैक्सिमम पैसा बनाएगा. Because it is mine. For example, this is mine. I take care of this. एक घंटे में 10 बार मैं टच करके देखेगा, मोबाइल किधर भी भूल नहीं है ना, मेरे साथ है मोबाइल करके. The reason is it is mine. इधर एक मोबाइल पड़ा है, मैं बॉदर भी नहीं करेगा. It is not mine. You see that? That is the meaning. Magic of private property. हमारा नाम पर कुछ आ गया, we will work like anything. उसको हम gold करेगा. Sand will become gold. आपका grandfather बोलता है, आपको यूपी में 10 एकड़ लैंड आपका नाम पर लिख कर देगा. हर वेकेशन में उधर ऐसा भाग जाएगा बिकॉज आपका नाम पर मिला है वो लैंड. फिर आप काम करेगा, मीन्स नहीं तो आप उधर तो आप करेगा, नहीं तो दूसरे से करवाएगा. That land will be converted into gold. That is the speciality of private property. Because private property का speciality वही है. What is the speciality of private property? One minute. Yes. The private property का speciality वही है. That is why in the school में teacher is teaching you composition, my family, my school. सब जगह में आप देखो my, मेरा. That is why they are teaching you that composition. I love my family. I will not write I like her family. That is uska I love my family. So that is why we are learning from the childhood onwards. My, mera jo hai, that is something very, very special. So when it is mine, I will work hard and I will change the sand. मिट्टी भी सोना बन जाएगा. एक ही रीजन है मेरा नाम पर आना चाहिए, नहीं तो मैं नहीं करने वाला है. That is the special, that is the human interest. इसलिए उधर लिखा है self interest. Okay. Next point देखो, taxation. This is also a very good question for objective. According to sound finance, taxation was harmful. ये देखो. So taxation should be kept minimum. This is the point for objective. According to sound finance, taxation should be minimum. एक ही लाइन लिखो and by heart करो. According to sound finance, taxation should be minimum. And the sound finance believed that लोगों को ज्यादा tax नहीं करने का है. What is the reason? Tax creates sacrifice. So ज्यादा tax लगाने पर people will be unhappy. So the taxation has to be minimum. That is the concept of the sound finance. Then what about public expenditure? This is also another objective, MCQ. Sound finance believed that the government which spend the least, देखो, is the best. What do you mean by that? The government which spend the least, see this word, is the best. जो government सबसे कम पैसा spend करता है, that government is the best. The government which spend the least is the best. जो government minimum पैसा spend करता है, that government is the best. Why? They believe in laissez-faire system. They believe in market mechanism. Government का role है नहीं. So the role of government will be minimum. Public expenditure will also be minimum. 3 points we are discussing. Sound finance. Point number 1, it believed in laissez-faire economy. You are aware, laissez-faire means market mechanism is controlling the market. Then sound finance believe in invisible hand. Sound finance believe in minimum taxation. Sound finance believe in minimum public expenditure. बराबर पढ़ना ही पड़ेगा. Why there is minimum public expenditure? The last girls, because role of government is minimum. वो government का उधर role ही नहीं है. Everything is done by the market. So that government is the best government which spends the minimum. So public expenditure should be minimum. That is the principle of sound finance. Thank you, children.